Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of Bench Wisdom Bingo. For those of you who are not familiar with what that is, my name is Doug Napier. I've been a professional jeweler for over 40 years, and I've done everything from consulting to production work, repair, custom, training, anything you can think of in the field of jewelry. I've either done it or dabbled in it, and I've picked up a few things that I like to share with other people. So I created this thing called Bench Wisdom Bingo. So I've got this cage with 75 bingo balls in it, and each ball has a number, and I've got questions, and each question correlates with the number. So there's 75 questions, and they're broken up into 5 different sections that correlate with bingo. So B is bench skills and techniques. I is industry and business. N is the nature of growth. G is greater meaning, and O is other teachings. So we're going to roll this thing, mix them all up nice and good. All right, and here we go. We're gonna pull a number, and here it is. The number for today, N 37. I'll throw this back in here so we don't lose it. Throw that on there so they don't fall out. All right, N 37. So N is the nature of business growth. 37 says, what life lesson has jewelry making taught you? That's a trick question. But, like I said, I've been pretty much, that's the only job that I've really ever had other than a few jobs that I had in high school. So jewelry making has taught me a whole bunch of different things. It's taught me patience. You need to slow down a lot of times, because if you try and rush things, that's when things start to happen, like, say, melting bezels. You get in a hurry and you try and rush things, and it usually doesn't go well. It's taught me a lot of lessons in life. I approach jewelry a little bit differently, especially I've got a business. So I do production jewelry. We do repair and custom jewelry in my studio here on Main Street in my hometown. And, I could charge a lot more for what I do, but to me, it's not about necessarily making a lot of money. You can make a ton of money in jewelry, but to me, it's the art of the craft and the craftsmanship that goes into it, which feeds my inner drive. So it keeps me humble, I guess. Like I said, I'm a creator at heart, so I love creating things. So just the fact that I get to sit down at my bench and create things, sometimes things that I want to do, sometimes things that customers come in and want me to do, I get to be part of that for them, and that fills me up a little bit more. Like I said, I could charge a lot more for what I do, but it's not necessarily always about the money. I try and keep enough money flowing in to pay payroll and to keep the lights on and things like that. But I just enjoy the process more than I enjoy just making a ton of money. It's not that important to me. So I guess that's a little bit different. And that has come over time. When I first got into jewelry, I explain people, when you find a career or find something that you're passionate about, you go through 3 stages. The first stage is just figuring out what it is that you want to do, and then pursuing that. Then once you kind of get into that, the next stage is getting as good at it as you can. So training and teaching and building your skills and things like that. So that takes a number of years to develop and fine-tune the skills that go into what you want to pursue. And then the third stage is once you're, I wouldn't say comfortable, but once you're content with what you know, and then for me, you move into a stage of passing it on to the next people that are hungry to learn. And that's kind of where I am now, and I've been there for a while. I mean, I opened up my training center a little over 8 years ago. And even before then, I was a consultant. I travel around the world working with different factories, helping them fine-tune their production, troubleshoot, and just help them get better at what they do. So it's taking the knowledge that I've learned over the years, and I'm still learning, by the way, but and then passing it on to the next group of people who want to pursue jewelry making. So, and that doesn't come overnight. Like I said, I don't know when the switch changed, but I started my website, JewelryMonk.com, probably 11 years ago. And that was an attempt to just pass along some of the skills that I've learned. And when I started it, I did 90 days in a row of 90 jewelry making tips. And it was kind of a blog. So we just, did teaching. And that's developed over time into the training center I have here, into the YouTube channel. And all of that is just a way of taking some of the things that I've learned over time and passing them on to people who are hungry to learn. I still fine-tune my skills. I still enjoy making things, our production line. I still enjoy doing the repairs for the community here. Plus, we do a bunch of stuff for other people throughout the country. They send it in, we do it for them. And I still enjoy that, but my heart has turned over the past number of years into passing it on. So that is kind of where my focus is now. And I think that's what jewelry has taught me, is that we go through seasons in our life, and we don't know how they change, but internally some of those things and focuses start to change a little bit, for me anyway. I don't know what it is for other people, but for me it's always been that way. And I've had jobs where I've worked for companies before, and I usually stay long enough to where I can make a change. But then if I kind of look around and see that I'm not being stretched or utilized, or I'm not learning things new anymore, I start looking for an exit plan, because I need to be constantly learning new things and stretched. So I've looked over my career, and I'll get hired by a company. I'll come in and it's nice and exciting. I go in and I make some changes. I help them grow. And then it just kind of levels off, and I get kind of stagnant, and then I'm not content anymore. I need to be challenged. So I start looking for other avenues. And again, about 10 years ago, my challenge was to start the JewelryMonk Industries. And it still challenges me every day. And it's not only the jewelry making part, but it's the marketing and the sales that goes along with it, all of the internal things that go on with running a business. And I don't necessarily enjoy running a business. I enjoy sitting down and creating, but it is what it is. I started a business, and it's continually grown, and I just kind of hold on and try not to let it run my life. I still try and run the business, but there's times when it takes control, and the deadlines and the important things that come with a business kind of overtake and overshadow the joy of sitting down and creating. So I have to guard that at times. So I hope that helps a little bit. What life lesson has jewelry making taught me? It's taught me a ton of life lessons. Like I said, I've been at it for quite a while, and the majority of the life lessons I've learned have come at the bench. So, and they just kind of slip in a little bit here and there. It's not intentional, but as you're sitting there creating a piece and it's slowly changing into what you want it to be, that's kind of how I look at myself. I've evolved and changed over the years into, who I am and what I do now, and a lot of that time has come at the bench. Sitting, creating, fine-tuning, trying to better my skills, and that's not just with jewelry making, but that's with life in general. So hopefully that helps a little bit. So all these questions are just kind of random. I didn't look at them beforehand, just kind of trying to answer them off the top of my head, off the cuff. So that's what I got for you. So thanks for stopping in. Again, this is Doug with the JewelryMonk Studio. And if you like this content, make sure you follow me here on the YouTube channel and also on Patreon, because there's a lot of things that I do on patreon.com that I don't share anywhere else. So it's a neat community, and I'd love you to be a part of it. So go check it out. Take care, and we'll see you next time.